Hello, students. This lesson is about the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem just tells us that if I know the length of any two sides of a right triangle, then I can find the length of the third side. Now, a right triangle is going to have a right angle in it, 90 degrees, okay? And it'll have a little box like this, or they will tell you that the triangle is a right triangle. Now, the two sides that make up the right angle are legs, and they are leg A and B. Doesn't matter which one is A or which one is B. The side opposite the right angle is side C, and it's the hypotenuse. It's the longest side. It's your hippopotamus side. It's the biggest side. So, if I know A and B, I can find C. If I know B and C, I can find A. If I know C and A, I can find B. So, if I know any two sides, I can find that other side by using my Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A squared just means A times itself. B squared, B times itself. C squared, C times itself, okay? So let me do an example for you. Let's say A equals 5 and B equals 12. Then what would C equal, okay? All right, so let's put it into our formula. Now, always just jot it out. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A is 5, 5 squared, plus B is 12, 12 squared equals C squared. Okay, now you have a calculator that you can use for these. 5 squared, here your 5 and this key right next to the 7 has an X with a little square. That'll give you your 5 squared. Then when you hit enter, you'll get your answer. You can see it on the screen, which is 25 because 5 times 5 is 25. All right, let's do 12 squared. 12 to the second power, or squared, equals 144 because 12 times 12 is 144. Okay, so 25 plus 144 equals C squared. We don't want to know C squared. We want to know C. Therefore, the square root of 25 plus 144 is going to tell us what C equals. So let's just add those two up together. 25 plus 144 and enter, and we get 169. Now that is under our square root, our radical sign. So the square root of 169 will equal C. And your answer may just be just that. But if you need to find the length, let's do this. Let's get our square root box, our radical sign. Hit your green second and that X squared key, because right above it is your little check box. 169. Scroll out of it, hit enter, and we have our answer of 13 because 13 times 13 will give us 169. So I know the length of side C is 13. Okay, let's do one more where we're finding one of the legs this time. Okay, so let's say A equals 7, C equals 25, and B, I don't know this time. Okay, so I'll write my formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay, A is 7, so I put 7 squared, plus B, I don't know, so I'll put B squared, equals C, which is 25 squared. Okay, let's do the math. 7 squared. We have our handy calculator. It'll do the work for us. 7 squared equals 49, because 7 times 7 is 49, plus B squared equals 25 squared. 25 squared, enter, 625. Okay, now anytime we're looking for one of the legs, B, we're going to have to subtract, okay? I've got this 49 that's tagging on to our B, so we want it to go away because we want to isolate the B. To get rid of 49, I just have to subtract it, right? 49, take 49 away, it's out of there. But anything I do on one side of the equal sign, I have to jump the equal sign and do the exact same thing on the other side. I bring down my B squared. Okay, so 625 minus 49, can y'all see that, is going to give me 576. Okay, I don't want to know B squared, I want to know B. So therefore, I have to find the square root of 576. All right, so let's do that on our calculator. Green second key, your little checkbox there, 576. Scroll out of it, hit enter, and B, the length of B is 24. Okay, I hope that was helpful. If you have a grid and you've got, let me see if I can find a piece of grid paper. Okay, let's say we have, we've got a coordinate grid. This is our x-axis and this is our y-axis. And let's just say that we have they give us a right triangle in there, okay? We know that that is a right angle right there. And we're asked, what is the length from this point to this point? So we want to find what C is, right? We can just count these out and use them to find C. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the length of leg A, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the length of side B. Okay, so write our formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Well, if A is 6, I'll put 6 squared, plus B is 5, I'll put 5 squared equals C squared. Okay, 6 squared. 6 squared and enter. 36, because 6 times 6 is 36. 5 squared, enter. We get 25, because 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, we want to know the square root of 36 plus 25, and that will tell us what C is. Okay, 36 plus 25 gives me 61. The square root of 61 will equal C. That's not going to be a perfect square, but that's okay. Let's enter it and see what we get. the green second key, our square root key, 61, scroll over, enter, and it shows me the square root of 61. If I hit the back and forth arrow, that's going to give me my decimal. That the length of this line, C, is going to be 7.81. Okay, so it's not a perfect square, but that's okay. Not everything comes out even in life, does it? Okay, hope that was helpful, and I will see you all on the next video.